Hello everyone, Akash here, and I welcome you all to day 3 of this series. So guys, we are going to solve these 3 questions today. Okay, so let us proceed with our question number 1. But before this, I want to tell you one important thing. Okay, so friends, I will just drop this link in the description box so that you can just go through all these comparison operators that JavaScript provides us, like this equality and strict equality. Okay, so let me tell you few things. This equality, this only compares the value and not the type. Okay, so in case of primitive types only, but in case of objects, it compares their internal references, like whether they are pointing to the same object or not. Okay, but in case of strict equality, it compares the value as well as type. Okay, so like over here, this one equals to this one within the double quotes, it's basically string, so we will get false in this case. But in this case, we will get true. Okay, because it compares the value only. Okay, and one more thing, comparing objects. Okay, so over here we have two objects having the same value, but when we are going to run this piece of code, we will get false, because both of them are pointing to two different references in the memory. Okay, but when we will set variable 1 to reference to the same object as variable 2, then we are going to get the true. Okay, you can just have a look at this diagram. One more thing that I wanted to show you is this short circuit evaluation. It is the one of the most important, you can say, important thing while you are coding. Okay, how? When you write this expression, okay, expression 1 and expression 2, and our first expression is false. Okay, in case of this logical and, when our first expression is false, then the code does not go for checking the second expression. It automatically makes the entire this statement as false. Okay, but if this first statement is true, then only it goes for this second expression. Okay, so it is very much beneficial, like if you are coding in React or some any other framework of JavaScript and you want to render something that is depending on this conditional statement over here, so you can use these shortcut evaluation. Okay, so let's see these evaluations practically. Okay, let's have a look at them, what I'm actually trying to say, like console.log. Okay, now friends, let's suppose we have false over here. Okay, and here I want to render my name. Okay, Akash. Then what I will get is simple false. Okay, but if this condition is true, then only it will go to this right hand side expression. Okay, and we will get this as rendered. Okay, cool, we got Akash. Okay, now let's have a look at um, OR operator. Okay, logical OR. Okay, first let's give true. Okay, cool, and here we have to render our name. Okay, so here what will happen is, in case of logical OR, it knows like if any of the expression 1 or 2 is true, then our entire statement will be true. So that's why it does not get it does not go to this expression. Okay, and it simply gives us true. But in the same expression, if I write over here false, then it knows like it also needs to check this. Okay, to give us the final result, because the code knows like if expression 1 is false and expression 2 is also false, then the entire statement will be falsy. Okay, but if this is true, then only the entire statement will be true. So that's why it checks this code also, and as a result we get this rendered. Okay, so like if you have a like React background, or like if you have done this stuff before, it is much more easy to grasp this concept. Okay, so it's cool. I will just drop this link in the description box. Okay, so now let's solve the question. Okay, so what the question says is that we have to complete this function, that is get grade. Okay, and what we are getting score as the argument. Okay, and so what we have to do, we simply have to return the grades on the basis of these scores. Okay, like suppose if the score is 25. Okay, if the score is greater than 25 and less than or equal to 30, then the grade will be A. Okay, so we have to use these condition and we have to return the valid grade as per the score. Okay, so let's try solving this question. Okay, Okay, so over here we are provided this function. Okay, a variable has been declared for us, so the only thing that we have to do is we have to use this if else. Okay, so let's try solving this. Okay, so first let's take the health from here. If score is greater than 25. Okay, okay, so if our score is greater than 25, okay, then we have to make this grade as A. Okay, cool. Okay, now else if score is greater than 20 and less than equals to 25. Okay, so our score is greater than 20. Now here comes our logical and score is less than equals to 25. Okay, then we have grade as B. Okay, so let me write it down for you, because we have to write the same piece of code again and again. Okay, with the difference in condition only. Okay, so friends, here is our code on the basis of all the conditions that were given to us. Okay, as we can see, like the second last condition was this. Okay, that we have written over here, and this is the else condition. Okay, else we will simply show this F grade. Now let's try submitting this code. Okay, so guys, okay, so we got 10 points as our code was right. So that's it. It was a quite simple question, and overall they wanted to just test this if else concept. Okay, so that's why the question was based on if else. Okay, so cool. Now let's try solving our second question. Okay, so we have switch statement as our second question. Okay, so let's first see the okay, so guys, this is our switch statement. Okay, so I will not go into the details, but I will just tell you, like in this switch statement we have got this expression. Okay, and we have these labels, like these cases, different cases, and this code only execute if this label matches this expression. Okay, we have a default case also. If none of this label matches this expression, okay, then this statement will run. And we also have break, so that our code just breaks out of this switch statement when this code executes that is associated with this label that matches the expression. Okay, so cool, you can just have a look at it. I will drop this link in the description box. Okay, what else? Yeah, we also have strings in JavaScript. Okay, so strings are just a collection of characters that is used to represent text. Okay, and in JavaScript we can enclose them in a single quote or double quote. Okay, cool. We can have a look at like some of these are the functions, okay, methods that we can use to perform different operations on strings. Okay, let's have a look at few of them. Like we have caret. Okay, sorry, like we have caret. Okay, with the help of this we can get the character at the specified index. Okay, now like over here, like the input is 6. Okay, so at 6 we have R, hacker rank. Okay, like 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, at 6th position we have capital R. Okay, we also have concatenate, concat. Okay, it simply concatenates both of these string, okay, and make them as 1, hacker rank. Okay, cool. There are lot many functions that you can go through, okay, over here, and these are all very much helpful, like slice, split. Basically split is used to convert what we can say, convert the string into the array. Okay, and we have slice if you want to get a portion from that string. Okay, like from 0 to 6, but it will exclude this 6. Like, let me tell you, like it will only give me from HA 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, hacker. Okay, so that's why we got till hacker only. So cool. Let's have a look at the question. Okay, so we have to okay, so we have to complete this get letter function. Okay, and what we have to do, we are provided with this one parameter that is a string. Okay, that is a string and it is in lowercase. So what we have to do, we have to simply return A, B, C and D on the basis of this following criteria. Like if the first character of that string, let us suppose it is apple, okay, and the first character is a, and that a belongs to this set a e I o u, yes, it belongs to this set, then we simply have to return a. Or else if our string is b, okay, and its first character, if it belongs to this set like this b c d f g, okay, so if we have our string as ball, then our first character is belonging to this set, then we will simply return this b. Okay, so yeah, cool. Now let's try solving this question. Okay, so just keep that thing in mind that we have to use switch statement. Okay, so let's see how we can do this. Okay, so now let's start. Okay, so first we have this switch, and for the case we have, okay, s at 0. Now over here we have case, and okay, so how we are going to do, we have to check if this condition over here, this expression over here matches the case. Okay, and case will be, first case is our, let me write it for you, a e. Okay, so guys, first case is this. Okay, like if that expression matches any of these a e I o u, then what we have to do, we have to simply make our letter as a. Okay, cool, and we have to break. Now let's have a look at another case, that is if it is belonging to this set b c d f g. Okay, so in this case we have this. Okay, now for this we will make our letter as b, we have to return b. Okay, and let's break. Yeah, now what's next? Okay, sjklm. Okay, sjklm, we have to return c. Okay, now let's have a look at last case. Okay, so this is this one. Okay, so friends, what I'm going to do is, we are not going to make any case for the last case. We will just make it a default case. Okay, like this, and later equals d. Okay, cool. Now let's try running this code. Okay, so guys, our sample test case, we have passed our sample test case, and guys, we have also passed all these test cases. Okay, so cool, we have got another 10 points. Yeah, I hope you guys are also coding along with me. Now quickly let's have a look at the last question for today. Okay, so our last question is loops. Now let's have a look at the resource. Okay, so friends, JavaScript has the following types of loops. These are the loops that are available in JavaScript. Okay, a simple for loop, simple while loop, simple do while loop. Okay, so what you can do is you can simply go through all these three. Okay, their syntax, how you can use them in JavaScript, and what I will do, I will simply help you to learn these new for loops. Okay, that is for in and for off. Okay, so in JavaScript, what you can do, you can use this for in loop to iterate over an object. Okay, you can also use it to iterate over an array, but mainly you can use it to iterate over an object. Okay, like over here we have this object. Okay, this is how we declare an object. Like we declare a variable and equals this, within this parenthesis we have this key value pairs. Okay, first name, the name, last name, its value. Okay, so what we can do, for and for property in this object. Okay, so let's run this, let's see what we will get. Okay, so here is the output. They have provided us the output. So in this property, okay, it corresponds to this key. Okay, this key. So if we want to get this key, we can simply get it with the help of this property. Okay, and if you want to get these values, then what we can do is we can simply write actress at the corresponding property. Okay, like actress, this object, at the first name, so we will get this Julia. Okay, so you can simply use this for in loop to traverse an object, and you can use this for of loop if you want to iterate over objects such as array, map, set, string, or typed array. Okay, so over here they have given us the example where they have iterated over an array. Okay, so let us suppose this is our array. So we can simply do for let value of array. Okay, so over here, what is our okay, so this is our input. Okay, so what they have done is okay, hello, hi, bye, hello, goodbye. Okay, okay, so first they have converted it into an array, the string that they have got from the input, with the help of this split method that I have just showed you in the previous question. Okay, that we can convert string into an array with the help of split, and after that they have simply traversed it with the help of for of loop. Okay, like we have got the array, this was our array that they have converted from these strings. Okay, like hi, bye, hello, goodbye, and they have simply traversed it and they have simply console logged it. Okay, so the value corresponds to this, like hi, bye, hello, goodbye, and that's what they did over here. Okay, they simply console log the value. Okay, so that's it. Let's see the question. Okay, so friends, our task is to complete this function vowels and constant. Okay, and we are provided a string as a parameter, and we have to print the vowels in that string, and we have to also print each of the consonant present in that string. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. Okay, so now let's try solving this. Okay, so we have this function, and let's declare our variables I and a vowel array, oops, to store the vowels, and consonant array to store the consonants. Okay, now we can simply traverse our string by using a simple for loop. Okay, s dot length I plus plus. Okay, now if a e I o u, okay, if this string includes s at I, okay, if any of these characters in the string matches this a e I o u, then we will simply push them into our vowels array. Okay, vowels dot push s at I, else we are going to push it into consonant array. Okay, push s at I. Okay, cool. Now outside this loop, what we can do, we can run another loop till vowel array. Okay, and over here I'm going to simply console log the the vowel array. Okay, console dot log vowel array at I. Okay, and the same we are going to do for consonant. Okay, just over here we have consonant array, and over here also we have consonant array. Okay, now let's try running this piece of code. Okay, cool. So our sample test case, we have passed it successfully, and let's submit it. Okay, so cool friends, we have passed both of these test cases, and we also have earned 10 points. Okay, so cool. I hope the solution to this problem is clear to you all. Okay, it's simple. We have simply checked whether it's a vowel or not. If it's a vowel, then we have simply pushed into this array, else it's a consonant and we have pushed it into consonant array, and we have simply consoled it. Okay, so friends, this is it for this video, and I will catch you all in the next video with another problems. Okay, so thank you for watching, and do subscribe and do hit that bell icon.